That's great, but please hold. That's great, but please hold.
Really bad.
It's fine. They can hear us
Elias.
now. It's fine.
Hi. I can say
Damn it, Elias.
sorry.
Here,
This is
no,
why we can't
no.
have
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Well, we're gonna take it over. Ready?
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Realms of the Wild.
Elias, you can't mulligan live things. We just got to go with
You
it.
sure
and move
can.
on, damn it.
Because I
No, you
just
can't.
did. I just did. What now?
You better
My
clip
favorite,
that, clip that, roll it back, roll it
my
back.
favorite in chat is Elias, you nerd.
I mean, yes, but what else is new? It's Elias.
Hi, everybody. Happy May the 4th be with you.
Hello there.
I hate sand.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Tell me about that,
Wait a
Elias.
No.
There's an Elias command,
Yeah.
and it just says Twilight Princess is a Wii game.
Yeah.
Why have I not seen that before? And also, why am I not surprised?
I don't know.
I mean, it is a Wii game.
Yeah.
For those of you wondering, yes, we are all crazy.
That's kind of a requirement for us here at Zelda Universe.
I feel like that's why people watch.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Valid point.
To see the madness.
I mean, yes.
So, today, with it being May the 4th, we have some surprises for everybody. Yeah, first things first, some announcements. I think it was yesterday or the day before, another Palatina's.
Yeah, we did a crossover collab with the guys at Game Explain for a Palatina's Guidance episode that people seem to like, which is good. We've done a lot of stuff with Game Explain. They're very nice people over there. And we're very lucky that we get to do more cool things with them. And they're very cool with this. So that was fun.
Check them out, folks.
Yep. And then next week is our Ocarina of Time randomizer multi-world game.
Yeah.
So if you want to see...
I tried to put out in the
Light
announcements,
tonight.
but it didn't work. So it still just says if you came in, I just work here. But yes, talk about that, Alex, please.
Yeah. So if you want to see Elias and I suffer through a multi-world Ocarina of Time randomizer where his items might be in my game and my items might be in his game, and plus there's 3 other people there, you should come do that thing. It's happening next week at, I believe, 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Which is, more importantly, 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Listen, you can take your time zones and shove it, all right?
There was a lot of words there that I didn't quite understand, but I'm excited for you.
There's a lot of animosity happening. Do we need to have a chat?
It's only between me and Elias and time zones. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And specifically about time zones.
Specifically time zones. Let's make that very clear. But it is myself, Elias, Andrew Flick from Twilight Realm, Amanda, and Anne, who does our Colors of the Wind Waker streams on Mondays and Wednesdays. So that's happening next week. And so if you would like to watch us suffer through 8 hours of ridiculousness, there you go. It'll be quite interesting.
My announcement is I have a cat.
That's not.
Is that Sean Connery or Nick Cage?
This is Sean Connery.
Sean
It's every
Connery.
day.
Meow, see? That's also not his voice.
It's not.
No.
That's
I love
not
how
how it-
Sean Connery has
I'm Sean
now
Connery.
become a 1920s
see?
gangster.
I mean,
Yes, oh yeah.
in my defense, the only real impression I can do is the Jeopardy impression from Saturday Night Live. And that's it. It's that, Trebek. That's all I got.
But
I'm not good at
But-
accents.
he's still more Scottish than that. What?
I know, I'm not talented. We've established that.
Sean
Moving on.
Connery played a 1920s detective gangster kind of person in The Untouchables, and yet you're not 1920s, but
That doesn't
he's
mean I
still
have the talent
Scottish.
to do it.
he played a Spaniard with a thick Scottish accent.
Yeah, we just
Yeah,
let that slide.
Yeah.
Different times.
So anyway,
Highlander had a lot of problems.
the Spaniard using a katana with a Scottish accent.
It checks out. It's yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Highlander didn't happen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then I'm from a very weird alternate universe.
Aren't we all?
I'm absolutely from the alternate Bearstein universe.
Isn't
Same,
Yes.
totally. I was not from the Kazam or Shazam one though. That was always Shaquille O'Neal, and I think people are just racist.
That was always Shaquille O'Neal, but I definitely thought that it was
Getting back
named the other thing.
to the game.
I don't know what it was called, but I
I'm
never
very
once was like,
lost.
yes, this was played by Sinbad.
Yeah,
It was-
no.
Never once.
It was
called
always
Kazam,
Shaq.
and it was
Okay.
a dumpster fire of a
It was
movie.
a dumpster fire.
That
and
I
Shaquille
loved
O'Neal's
when I
attempt
was
at
a kid.
acting.
Beautiful movie that we
It's
should
the one
all
with
watch.
Shaq, though, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause I
And
remember
then-
hearing about it, but I hear a lot of references, and I'm just like, wait, I'm trying to connect the
No,
dots.
that's one of the other ones that people are like, no, there's definitely a version of this where it was played by Sinbad. I'm like, no, because it would have
That-
actually been decent, first
Yeah,
of
that
all.
would have.
Second, I think
watch
you're
that.
just racist and getting your black men mixed up.
As an aside, it would be really fun if we could do a Shaq
An
Shaft
aside of an
crossover.
aside. Great.
Yeah. And then we could have the song Shaft, but it'll just be what? I'm talking about Shaq.
We have now reached the footnote.
Do we need to go deeper? I don't think we need
So
to. but
back
good.
to the game.
Inception, this bitch.
I mean, there's a really easy transition there of we're from alternate timelines. And it's like, that's what we're doing in the game. Huzzah.
Speaking of alternate timelines,
Mhm.
There you go.
today you may notice some slight differences in the show, but I assure you, we had a lot of fun making them, and hopefully this will be entertaining. So with that, I think it is time to return to the realm of the wild.
I have a lot of thoughts.
What are your
Oh, that
thoughts?
was great.
I hope we don't get sued. I love it, but also, woo.
It is parody. Like, I mean, if we really want to get into the nitty gritty of this, that was 100% parody. We
Oh,
are
I know.
completely
I-
fine. And Disney is not that crazy.
Mm.
They
As
are.
someone who works for the mouse, let me tell you something.
As soon as that happened, we just see a laser shape in
She
this.
Arya
shape of
herself
Mickey.
out.
Oh god.
She like pulls her face off Arya Stark style to reveal the mouse and just like, oh.
We've all been replaced. Oh!
Also,
Yeah.
shout out to Elias for that acapella.
Yeah.
So those vocal tracks were laid down by myself, by Jonathan, our Atticus, and
Oh my God,
and
really?
by Blair Beveridge, who's in chat. I think.
Ah, Blair! I'm sad that I could not hear that audio, to be honest.
It
Oh,
was,
I muted myself so I could hear it.
Yeah. I would definitely go back.
That was worth doing. Very
So-
well.
Anyway,
I'm more sad for you. You couldn't hear me doing it.
Yeah.
here he gave us a wonderful reading.
It was pretty good.
Rude.
So,
I was magnificent, Alex.
when we last left our heroes, they had laid down for the night in a residential district of Eldon. When they awoke, they heard this strange sound. Drum, 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 drum. And no one could quite figure out what it was, but it was loud and heavy enough that it was actually shaking the building they were in. As you all kind of wake up and get your senses about you, what would you like to do?
Iruna,
Is there a window outside that I could just like look at and be like, what's going on?
Sure. It's in the front of the building. You have to kind of go around quite a few different things to get there because of the rubble and everything. But
Barney rubble.
so as you go out, you see the street as you left it before, but you notice cracks in the central street itself that you don't remember being there before. It was screwed up before, but the road looks even worse.
That's not good.
That's not good. Guys, something's happening out here.
Iruna is upset.
It doesn't look good.
Let's go back to
I
bed.
get up ready to drain energy from whatever. Doesn't look good.
As you kind of yell back to your compatriots, you hear this sound.
Oh.
Hear the thumping sound start getting closer. The room shakes even more. Drum, 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 drum,
Oh.
drum, drum, drum,
Oops.
drum, drum. Suddenly, around a corner, you see this massive creature, easily 12 to 15 feet high, come rounding around the corner. As it gets closer, you can see the creature itself has the bottom half of a horse with the upper torso of an extremely muscular creature, humanoid creature. It carries this massive spear large enough to completely obliterate any one of you, the tip being larger than Pierre himself. As it runs toward you, you can see it locking eyes with you, Pierre, bringing its spear back to... Damn you.
What?
You paused too long on tip and then described it far too long.
Yep. Yep. I'm just
No,
waiting for you
see,
to
the
say that it's
worst-
going to penetrate Pierre.
First thing, no, it was getting ready to thrust it.
Yep.
Also,
Uh-huh.
We're adults.
What would you?
And
you
if
guys
you're
like
not,
to do?
this is a bad
Can
show.
I like get into the air and yeet out of the way of this thing?
I don't know what that word
The,
means.
the window is too small for you to fit through, and is jammed shut right now. You
Oh.
can run
Can-
backwards into the apartment more, but
Then I'm gonna run and try to get as far away and like outside of the trajectory of this thing as possible.
Thing.
Okay. The spirit itself is large enough that it will encompass most of the room you're in. So getting out, like you'd have to go through a few walls to get out of its trajectory right now.
Well, I'm gonna just run back and like we need to go.
The rest of you guys are in the back, kind of waking up.
Mhm.
Arun, I assume you're making a hot cup of rock juice.
No, I just finished it actually and was about to stroll down to see what all the ruckus was about.
You watch as Pierre bursts through a door, this look of intense fear on
We
his
need
eyes.
to leave. We need to leave now.
I turn on life drain.
Okay, let me pack
As
up
you
my
do
things.
that, you hear an explosion from behind you, and the the door that Pierre just came through explodes as this giant metal tip comes.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is that the end of the sentence?
No, it's not.
Giant metal tip comes. Sorry.
Comes thrusting through the wall, destroying the room before and impacting all of you.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Great.
and we all died.
Yeah. And then
I did not consent.
You all take 8 points of damage as the spirit self picks up all of you and thrusts you through the back wall, knocking you out the other side of the building. As you are falling the roughly 2.5 stories, you have to go to hit the floor. You all kind of look down to prepare yourself for a landing, and you watch as something familiar starts to form. You see kind of this wrinkle in reality just above the ground. And as you continue plummeting towards it, it opens into a tear, and you all fall through.
Wait. What about
Yes.
Gary?
Funny you should ask.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
As you all fall through, Zulta, you're watching, and seeing the rift, you instantly realize that Gary can't come with you. And so you sit there and you try to hold on, but he's ripped from your hands as he just kind of disappears. As you all hit what you think should be the ground, there is this splash as you are all covered in this brackish water full of things floating in it.
Oh, great.
We need to get out of the water.
Yeah, ugh.
Iruna immediately tries to get out of the water and onto solid land.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Perception. That's a hot 13.
13. So, Aruna, as you hit the water, you look around. The water itself is has sediment and things in it, and it's so murky you can't see more than a few inches in front of you. As you desperately try paddling around to figure out which way is up, eventually you bob to the surface, take a lungful of air, and look around, trying to find somewhere that could be land. But as you look around, you can see these bizarre looking trees that rise 30 or 40 feet into the air. The canopy completely covered. You can see there are these long vines, some of them going directly into the water, some hanging just above. Finding a patch of ground, though, is somewhat difficult for you, as you're just kind of fighting against muck and grime that's sticking to your arms and threatening to get into your mouth as you're trying to breathe and keep yourself afloat.
Yeah, I'm sinking if I'm not actively trying to stop sinking.
Yeah.
Because Goron's sink.
So you guys can see Aruna flailing and gurgling as he spits up bits of this water. What about the rest of you?
Is there anything one could hookshot onto?
There are lots of trees.
Brilliant. Can I swim over to Aruna and then be like,
In the water right now.
Now, Aruna is a pretty big guy, and you are a kind of smallish Sheikah. So
I
I
am.
will need a might roll to see if you can hold on to him.
oh, I was gonna like hold on to him, like aim it, and be like, you hold on to this.
Oh, okay.
That seems like a Kess thing to do.
So I'll have Aruna make me a will check just to see if he can calm down enough to realize he's getting a hook shot handed to him.
6.
What?
God damn it.
6.
So as Kess moves over to try and help, Aruna is somewhat overcome with his own panic, and like they tell you not to do when someone's trying to rescue you in water, he just grips onto the first floating thing he can,
Oh, no.
which happens to be Kess,
Oh
and they
no.
both start sinking.
This is how I die.
Oh no.
Trying to help a rock man. How tightly is he holding on to me?
Just
Well, he's a giant Goron.
instinctually,
Yeah.
not purposefully.
So he knocks the wind out of you a little bit.
God damn it. And this is how I die. Drowning.
You notice as you go under, the same thing Aruna did. The water has sediment in it, and it's almost impossible to see anything when you're underwater. Pierre and Zulta, you guys have landed as well. You heard Aruna choking and splashing. You were aware of Kess going over there, and then Aruna just grabbed her, and you heard this glop as she went under.
That's
with
not
the
good.
rope.
We should probably try to fix that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I will try to save Kess.
I like how the Zora's over there just chilling the whole
Yeah,
time.
Zulta, you are less than thrilled. You can breathe water, but this water is so dirty. It's kind of like
I'm definitely in the
breathing
smoky section
smog.
of the water.
yeah.
The smoky.
Yeah.
So you kind of cough a little bit, and it is really hard to see. However, with the fact that you're used to seeing underwater, you can see about 15 feet in front of you compared to a couple inches everyone else does.
Okay. So they are sinking.
Yeah. As you go underwater, you can see Aruna is actually swimming downward because he's slightly confused.
All right.
Cass is doing everything she can to swim back to the surface.
So I would like to swim down, try to get him to release his hold on Kess, maybe
Yeah.
slap him upside the head, and like turn him so he starts swimming the direction he's supposed to.
So with the initial panics starting to subside, Aruna, you feel a sharp blow to your head. Realize
Oh.
you've got Kess in kind of a bear hug, and instantly let her go.
Ah!
And with the combined help of Zulta, you're able to at least figure out which direction is up. Despite the fact that you're still very desperately, like you keep bobbing under since your swimming skills are not
Existent.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Pierre, you haven't done anything yet.
No, because I'm just like, once I see that Kess is free, I guess I'm gonna try to go to her to like bring her back up. How bad is this affecting like me and my possibility of like actually trying to fly to get faster over there?
Your wings are not only soaked, there's gunk sticking to your wings. So
Ew.
the ability to fly is pretty much gone. As you're
Okay.
sitting there, you notice something rising out of the water in front of you. Before you can react, this small-ish thing, maybe about this big. My camera too close. About 2 feet high, roughly, explodes out of the water, and you hear. "Rah!"
The heck?
It's Iruna.
The thing that just burst out of the water is slightly reptilian in look, and seems upset as you watch it just start kind of paddling towards one of the trees.
Yo, where are we? I try to yell at it.
You hear it kind of mumbling, "Going for nice morning walk I was. Then crazy people tried drowning me, they do."
You're fucking kidding me right now.
I will electrocute you, you weird creature. Wait, you said reptilian?
Yes.
Larry!
Wow, we went two
Turns.
different spectrums.
He goes, "Knows my name, this one does."
Oh God!
What?
Amazing.
This
Sad
is
part
a
is,
version. This is
I
a
picked
world
the
where
name
Larry
before
is
she
a
did.
fucking
Amazing.
God damn it.
where Larry is Yoda.
We're in the Dagobah.
I never get to use my Yoda impression. And that, folks, is how I got the entire cast to quit.
I'm so
But,
happy.
Not Ilea.
Apparently, she's the only one that likes this. Kess is going to come to Wisconsin and murder me.
How dare you? I would never go to Wisconsin.
That hurts me.
You're not worth the trip.
Damn cheese heads with your beer. Beer themed sports teams.
Iruna is still casually drowning.
Only casually, it's fine.
Yeah, not actively, but casually.
Where exactly are we, Larry?
Drowning, you are.
You know what I mean.
Hey, Larry, can you help us keep the Goron afloat?
No,
Well,
far
he's
too
not.
big he is.
Can you find us some dry land to keep him from dying?
You watch him walk away from the tree on what looks like a sandbar kind of thing.
Great.
Just looks at you.
Aruna, go that way.
Where? What?
Sandbar,
What?
get out of water.
I don't like sand. Oh.
You like it better than the water. Go.
Okay. And I'm gonna attempt to go that way.
It's slow going, but you make it without too much difficulty. As you get up, you kind of lie. You see the bar actually connects to a little more of a large kind of dry area in this swampy place.
He's gonna take like a 15-minute breather.
Okay. The rest of you, if you want, you can all make it onto the sandbar without too much difficulty. Whatever a sandbar is in a swamp.
As I get there, I'm just gonna be like, "This is the most disgusting I've ever felt in my life." Ugh! As I try to like get myself clean, or like get all of it off.
Imp, is this one of those situations where someone goes stand up and Aruna stands 3 feet over the water?
100%, but he never did.
Ah, damn it! That would have been a good bit. But yeah, that's what I do.
So you're
Yeah.
all there, most of you covered in filth, aside from Zulta, who, again, just due to her natural Zora tendencies, she not a whole lot of the stuff tends to stick to her, and she's able to get the few bits that do off pretty quickly.
That sounds like a metaphor for life. Not a lot sticks to Zolta.
Aww.
I'll
So
stick on you.
Well, I mean, you've already put a ring on it, so.
Yeah.
But we left the tip in the other realm.
so what do you
Explain
guys?
something to you about women.
Yes, Kiri, please go ahead.
So anyway,
When two women love each other very much.
Sex
My
ed,
really
realms
bad
of the wild.
of Dagobah. What do you guys like to do?
Bruna is recovering from that very traumatic water ordeal.
I would like to befriend Larry.
Of course you.
Okay, so as you look at this new creature, he's wearing these kind of disheveled robes, and has kind of reptilian skin, and stands about 2.5 feet tall. He's
Impa! No.
taking off and kind of getting rid of all the little guck and muck that was stuck to him, and keeps spitting as more of the water comes out.
I like go to the muck, like keeping as much as my body from touching it as possible, but helping to take it off and be like, Larry, you're
As
much larger than your brothers.
As you do that, he kind of turns around and goes, "No! Who are you?
I'm
Stop
Zolta."
touching me!"
Oh, Larry, you're so funny. We've gone through this so many times before.
Oh god.
Zolta,
It's the first
I,
time he could talk, Zolta, so maybe, I don't know.
I feel
turns
like
to
we're
the-
not talking to the same Larry as we're used to.
Turns to the rest of you and goes, "Okay, is she?" This
We've
back
gone
and
through a
talking's
lot.
gonna end
Pierre,
really quick.
obviously this is not the same Larry. The others were Jerry and Gary. This is Larry. He's a new one, but we've gone through it all before.
The others
one can
haven't
talk.
talked, Zolta.
Yeah. I know they're learning.
He just
This
looks
ha-
at you,
Just
completely confused.
it's been a long journey. It's too long of a story to tell in like 5 minutes. Just put it there.
Travelers you are. Come to
Yeah.
my swamp, almost killed me.
Oh,
That was
Sorry.
definitely not our intention.
not the plan.
Yeah.
Mm.
We were trying to escape a man horse thing. Didn't go very well, and we fell into a portal thing.
Fleeing from danger, you were. Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Mm.
So where are we?
Ibruna begins to sit up. Oh,
4 of you appearing from nothing, fleeing danger, travelers you are. Yes.
I think he just said all that. Yes.
Very interesting. Follow me, you must. Yes.
Larry, would you like to be my backpack as I run?
he just kind of looks at you for a moment. Hard pass.
I respect that.
Kind of moves around to
enough.
put Aruna in between you and him and Zulta.
Okay.
Rockmen seem safer. Yes.
Larry's not as nice as his brothers.
Well, he can talk and the other ones can't, but I'm sure if the other ones could talk, they would be equally as nice.
They would be nicer.
I don't
They-
think you're right.
We don't know that.
They love me.
I don't think you're right. And,
I don't think you know much about things.
I know you don't.
Mhm. So much discord.
No, this is Twitch.
Oh. Okay.
I was gonna make that joke.
Yay!
Take your point, Kiri.
I was gonna. Well done.
You're gonna make the joke, friend. Don't hesitate.
I know I shouldn't have.
You gotta feel that. You gotta feel that timing.
Mm-hmm.
For travelers work together, you must find harmony. Yes, yes.
Ooh, Zoltan, I got this.
I don't want to do this.
Right.
I remember.
I mean, we had a good
I
harmony. for a
remember
second.
not having a
We
good
did,
time
and
last
you know
time.
what? Aruna, you are the one who ruined this. So the longer we're stuck in this place, I want you to remember it's your fault.
I'm sure he will not at
I
all
mean-
remember that.
We found the harmony.
I mean, in fairness, Larry, we work together. We're not necessarily the most, like gung ho. Oh boy, we're friends kind of group. Let's
Yes.
just say that.
But working to heal the world, you are. Yes?
What? How do you know that?
All will be explained. Follow me, you will. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
I've told Jerry and Gary everything, so I'm sure Larry's gonna find out.
Pierre turns to the cast and is like, "Do you have any of this in your notes?"
As you flip through them,
Nope.
it's
Cool. Alrighty.
soggy.
I really need to invest in. Or I really need to invent some waterproof paper.
Oh, how's my accordion feeling? Probably not hot, right? Needs to air out.
You take it off and you kind of try a couple
Makes
squeezes.
a very sour note and squeezes out water.
Ah, lovely.
Well,
I'll just air out.
No, Imp, no one's falling into my arms, especially the rock monster.
the rock monster.
Larry starts wandering off on a path he seems to
Yeah,
know.
I'm gonna cautiously follow him because he's.
I'm also gonna follow.
I mean,
seems
I'm right
to
there.
know a lot, and I was assigned to be between him and Zolta.
Yeah, I will respect for now the space between Larry and me, but I know that space will get smaller.
Okay. This
And-
is starting to seem a little stalkery, Zoltan.
Just a bit. I'm gonna sort of be near the front because I want to hear like what this dude's gotta say.
Okay. So as you're walking, he keeps speaking. Foretold it was in the prophecy, yes.
There's a prophecy about us.
Well, to him, we did just kind of appear out of thin air, and we don't look like him at all. So I can see how they would think it'd probably be like something about a prophecy.
Yes, told to us by the great fish mother for centuries. Yes.
What's this prophecy?
4 travelers fleeing from danger will appear. They must find harmony, must overcome their own inner demons.
Can we go back through the portal and fight the Mega Centaur thing?
No.
I'm pretty sure that was a Lionel when I got a glimpse of it, but I don't get a.
For all we
good
know, that Lycios wizard jerk probably sent it because he's the worst.
look. Yeah, we should.
But we've killed the other
You
things.
realize this is exactly why we keep getting attacked, right?
Why? Why do we keep getting
Yes, but
attacked?
still,
Because you keep baiting him.
Oh,
doesn't mean I can't complain about it.
As you're all walking and discussing, Larry eventually stops, and you can see a tree with a crack in it large enough for you guys to fit through, and he just sits there looking at it.
Big tree. That's a big tree.
Yes, observant the large one is.
Yeah. Not everyone thinks I am, but
Generous.
I'm glad that you
Generous
recognize
thing.
that. What was your name? Larry?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Now we must part, so Kiri doesn't kill Jody.
What?
Oh, have you missed that I've been vaguely murderous since he appeared?
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
Fare thee well, Larry. We will meet
My
again.
life kind of sucks, but it's still life.
Oh, come on. No.
Why do I relate to that?
Wait, but if you leave
Um,
us here, how do we get back to? Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I guess
what
we.
exactly
I
is
guess
going
we have
on?
to go back.
Hide the cave. Trials you will face. Trials that will test your inner fortitude.
Oh,
At the other side, you will find passage back to your chosen path.
oh.
Okay.
Well, my fortitude's pretty good, so I'll keep going.
Okay. I guess that's where we're. How far are we from
Yeah.
this cage?
He stopped at the about 20 feet from the mouth of it. So
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Hey, Zolta, I think you have to say bye.
it's almost
to
as if
Larry
he was
now.
a plot device to get you to the part I actually wrote.
I have to do what now?
What?
I
Aruna?
think you have to say bye to Larry.
I already said fare thee well that we will meet again.
Oh, great! And Irina walks
Thanks
into
for
the cave.
Thanks for the guide, I guess. Also walks into cave.
Okay. Kess, Zulta,
I walk into the cave.
Kess kills Larry and then walks into the cave.
it's not
Kiri just
quite
sips
prepared
tea and
for
walks into the
the
cave.
unbridled anger that my impression has wrought.
No, it's not even that. I'm like, if this whole thing is just like completely irrelevant to the rest of the plot, I'm gonna smack you on the face.
There is a point to this. Let's
The one
put it
time
that
I could be here, Jody.
But then you'd have to come to Wisconsin.
For some odd reason,
I'm
I
insulted. You don't think I could hire assassins?
was about to say I think Kiri has connections.
Those snipers outside, disregard.
But
them.
also, you said you're going to smack him around the face, not kill him. And I feel like hiring assassins to slap someone is overkill.
But effective.
Sweetheart, let me explain how hard you can slap someone.
So you all enter.
Got a point.
As you come into it, it's a you see a passageway that's just wide enough for one of you to for you all to walk single file. I know who wants to be in front.
Hang on, but Iruna's about twice as wide as everyone else.
Yeah,
Don't think about it.
Magic cave trait.
Maybe it's just in our minds that it's that close quartered.
This is weirdly just skinny enough.
I mean, I think Aruna went in
Just-
first, so
Aruna
it
did
like,
go in
perfectly
I'll-
fit him.
yeah.
And then there was a pause between him and Pierre. So as far as Pierre knows, it is just a single file.
okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll naturally.
Don't think
be
too
first.
deep into it, guys.
So as you continue through this cave, walking there's a little bit of water, that brackish liquid on the ground, enough to go up to your ankles.
Oh,
Ooh,
Iruna stops.
Oh,
You
great.
can't drown in it. You're fine.
But what if it gets deeper farther up ahead? I
Then we'll
can't.
deal with it from there.
But I can't swim and almost killed Kess last time I tried.
Aruna,
next
just
time-
tell us if it gets like to your hips.
Okay. And he keeps walking very cautiously.
As you're going, Aruna, you suddenly start to smell something different. As you
That's
keep
not-
going, the passageway widens a little bit to be not so claustrophobic. And as you keep going, you smell, kind of smells like home, like dinner time at home. Suddenly, you all can start feeling that the room is getting a little bit warmer, not uncomfortable, and there's a scent in the air that the rest of you don't quite recognize. Suddenly, Aruna, you get a blast of warm steam to the face that's just full of the smell of your mother's cooking.
Oh, wait. Okay. Where is that? Where is it coming from?
As you go further, you suddenly get into a room with all of these delectable looking rocks everywhere.
Oh, wow. Hey, guys, look at all these rocks.
Normally, if anyone else said that, that would be the most boring fucking sentence.
But it's Aruna. Therefore,
So, Aruna, what's special about these rocks?
They smell really good. They actually smell a lot like how my mom used to make them when I was younger, like for dinner. But I don't see her anywhere. So it's really weird that they're right here.
Wait.
I really don't know what's going on. But they
These
smell
rocks
really
smell
good.
like they were prepared.
Yes. Can't you smell that?
Aruna, what exactly goes into the cooking and preparing of rocks?
Well, I'm not
Tess,
much of
is
a
it
chef.
really the time to
but-
like talk about rock cooking?
Yes, because if it's something that's explosive that makes it smell that way, I want to know now.
It's not as explosive and more just really superheated. Like I said, I'm not a chef, but my mom was pretty
Tess
decent
points
at
very,
it, and a
very
number of other.
pointedly at Aruna,
And
while
Aruna,
looking
as you
at Solta
keep
going,
reading,
that's a problem.
you all
yeah.
suddenly hear a sound you've never heard before. It's this rumbling sound, loud enough that you can almost feel it. The water itself kind of, you see ripples. And Aruna kind of pats his stomach as you all realize the sound is coming from his stomach. Aruna, you're almost overcome with an insane hunger.
Guys,
Aruna?
I'm really hungry, so I think I'm gonna eat one of these rocks.
Aruna,
Until
don't
they
eat
keep
the
it.
rock.
Bad idea.
Don't eat the rock.
No, that sounds like a bad idea.
Don't eat the rock.
Why?
Just keep moving.
But it,
We'll get you food later.
it smells
don't know
really
where-
good, and I'm
You
really
don't know
hungry.
where these rocks came from.
I understand that, but you don't know why they're being superheated.
Because they're cooked.
Yes,
No,
but
you don't
it's
know where they
possible
came
that
from.
something other than a person cooked them. Like, I don't know, some geological event that if you move one of these rocks will then like cause something even worse to happen, and it could be a delicate ecosystem. Don't freaking mess with the rocks, Rudy.
Yeah, this is
Also,
a bad
you know-
idea.
In my travels, I heard of this story from some of the land dwellers about two kids who went and found a house made out of all these goodies that they wanted to eat, and then they all died. So let's not do that.
I don't think they died.
In this story, they died. Shh.
Well,
Okay.
Telling Aruna they
I
died.
Start feeling
Fair.
hunger pains
okay.
as your
Here.
hunger grows.
If you guys don't think I should eat these rocks, that's fine, but I'm gonna eat my rocks. And I ravenously try to reach for and eat the rocks in my satchel.
As you reach in, there's nothing there. It's weird.
Oh no.
As you reach further, you feel a hole in the bottom of the satchel.
Okay. If you guys don't think I should eat these, then I will try not to. But you guys better show me which
Go.
rocks I'm allowed to eat later.
As you
Okay.
look
Okay.
around the room, you do notice a passage on the other side, leaving this room.
Let's just go through the room, Aruna.
Oh, right, because we're supposed to go through. I understand. And hesitantly
Wait,
walk through the room.
What did not Larry say?
These would be our fears.
My fears.
I think,
It's very possible.
which was hilarious for Aruna, but moving on. Damn it, Jody.
It's very possible. These rocks might not even be really rocks.
Yeah.
But they're rocks.
Is any
This seems like a weird
Hey,
thing to have
guys,
just here.
I think
You know,
the
I
more
feel like if
the more we talk about the rocks, the hungrier I get. So
Let's
maybe
go, let's
we
go,
should
let's go.
keep.
Move on. Next.
yeah.
Okay.
And Zolta like whispers to Kes, like he'd probably start eating them, and then he'd hallucinate that they were like baby Gorons or something.
Don't think we should trust anything in this cave.
I agree.
Iruna takes one last look at the nice smelling rocks and keeps walking through.
Good. As you all kind of push through, with Kess being kind of the driving force, she's kind of getting everyone to go. She's pushing Aruna into the next room. As you keep going into the next area, Kess, you suddenly start to hear things that sounds somewhat familiar. You hear clicking sounds. You're like, well, that's odd. And as you keep going, you start to smell parchment, like fresh parchment. You used to make your own parchment for your journals and things like that, just to, have to avoid going out and dealing with people and having to wear your goggles and everything.
It was the one project my mom didn't have a problem with, okay?
And so you're sitting there, you're like, yeah. And then you keep going and you hear more kind of clicking and knocking, and suddenly you enter another room, and in front of you is your room.
I knew I called bullshit.
Don't eat the rocks, Kess.
Aruna, just
Aruna, the further you got away from the room, the less your hunger was bothering you. And now you not only are not hungry, but you actually feel a little better.
I feel better after not eating the rocks, so you shouldn't eat any rocks.
okay.
Thanks,
Just-
bro.
So Cass, as
Good
you
advice.
look around the room, while it looks mostly like your room, you notice some differences. First of all, as you all enter, you look behind you, and you entered from a wall. And as you go back to kind of look at it, it's solid. There's no going back. And as you look around even more, you notice that something off. There are these stacks of papers everywhere, and you were, by any means, no one would have called your room completely tidy. But there was a method to your madness. You never just left things in piles and that. Like, everything was somewhat organized. There was just a lot of it. As you look around, there are these just random mistaken piles of paper and little like half gadgets and broken things. It looks almost as if you had started 2 or 3 dozen projects and just stopped in the middle, dropped them, and went to another one.
That's just ridiculous. That would never happen.
What would you like to do?
Anyone else see a door?
What?
I feel like this room is mocking me. Also, nobody touch anything.
Okay. But wait, where are your rocks?
it's not about the rocks, Aruna.
The rocks are a metaphor.
But they were also real.
We're going through a cave that is embolizing something that's personal to us.
Oh, so for Zolta, it would be having to resist adopting a bunch of lizards, and for you, it would have to be trying to avoid your war life or something.
Well,
Just-
you know,
sure,
if we manage
sure.
to get through Kess's room, maybe we
can
shall
find
see.
out for us.
Oh.
I don't know, but that's the point.
Okay, well, I look for a door.
I mean, we can't go back, so we gotta go forward.
Aruna, make a perception.
I mean, I could bomb the wall, but okay.
Let's not try to do anything to anything in these caves.
16.
Feel like Larry
So,
would get
looking
mad.
around, you can see Kess is kind of going around very gingerly, avoiding touching any of these things, looking for a way out. And you start doing that as well, though with your size, it's a little bit more difficult. You do eventually see, but behind some piles of paper and machinery, there is what looks like a door. It's obscured by just the junk in front of it.
Guess I found a door.
All right, let's go.
As you
This is unsanitary.
As you move toward it, Kess, you watch the papers start to shift and fall in kind of an avalanche, and you watch some of the parts start to kind of get caught up in it. And as you take a step back to just kind of avoid the falling papers, you notice the papers don't follow normal rules of gravity. They kind of shift and turn and follow you.
Well, that's disturbing.
Don't eat the papers,
As you're
Kess.
standing there, the papers get to the base of your feet and they start just falling all around you, starting to trap you somewhat.
What the fuck?
What would you like to do?
I will burn you!
As you say that, the papers almost look as if they flinch, and you watch them start going backwards and start stacking higher and higher. And you see the different gizmos and pieces of scrap start moving and moving. And suddenly there's a vaguely humanoid shaped amalgamation of paper and parts that look at you and go, very clever.
Oh, this isn't good.
Is this paper Larry?
I am clever.
No,
What of it?
no.
This is not
No.
Paper Larry. This might be Paper Kess.
Is this like a doppelganger? What the? We're moving.
Yeah.
As you sit there staring at it.
I'm gonna pull a torch out of my bag. Be like, I'm not fucking kidding.
Yes, but if you destroy the object in front of you, how will you know the lessons it wishes to teach?
Because I know you're full of shit.
Iruna checks to
So
see.
this is a giant trap, and I've been through way too many temples to believe that this is even remotely going to be beneficial or not full of death. So let's go.
So it steps to this side and just kind of gestures towards the door.
This is very weird. I'm just gonna go through the door.
As you go, you twist the door handle and push through it, and you face plant on the door as it
Ah!
does not move.
Kess.
Ah! You're so focused on the problem itself that you do not see the solution.
Okay. So, should we actually start investigating these papers if we're not
Wait.
going to figure it out otherwise?
Did
I
you
mean,
say that you pushed on the door?
Hold on.
I face planted. I pulled and face planted.
Okay.
You pulled or pushed, because some doors are push doors,
Yeah.
and other doors
Jody?
are pull doors.
What did I do?
To face plant, generally you need to be moving forward.
Can I do the opposite thing? Can I
Sure.
like pull it?
The door doesn't move.
Nothing.
Wait, does Kess have to be the one to open the door? Because this is her room?
Let me try.
Make sure
what
you try
door
pushing and
is this
pulling.
door? Does this door have a lock?
as you look at it, you can see there appears to be 4 tumblers with numbers on them. All of them are set to 0 right now. As you look closer, you also notice a paper on the floor with something written on it.
Someone else want to read that?
I'll read it.
I've posted it in the Zoom chat because I wasn't smart enough to put it in roll 20.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, I always forget we have a chat in here.
I can't
A
pull it
corporate
up.
businessman has 2 cubes on his office desk. Every day he arranges both cubes so that the front faces show the current day of the month. What numbers are on the faces of the cubes to allow this? No, you can't represent the day 7 with a single cube with a side that says 7 on it. You would have to use both cubes all the time. So the 7th day would be 07.
Can you post that in roll 20 so I can look at it? Because I
Yeah.
can't
Sorry.
I can't pull it up in Zoom without screwing
I got
up the video. Thank you.
There we go.
Oh, never mind.
Solve the puzzles. Leave the room.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, well this is stupid. How come he just had to not eat something?
He didn't. I had a much more elaborate thing, and you guys just ignored it.
I'm assuming.
It would also be very Aruna on brand.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
To be
It's
honest.
Aruna's brand.
Just don't eat it and you win.
We
The,
win by eating the
amalgamation goes, if that is not to your liking, look around. There are plenty to try. And you do look around, you can see there are just tons of these little puzzles written on these scraps of paper around the room. So if you'd like to try for a different one, you can.
How many numbers are on the tumbler? 4?
4, yes.
Can I look back through my notes to see if there's anything it would relate to?
Are we allowed to touch the papers now?
What?
I'm asking Cass if we're allowed to touch the papers now.
Look, one of my biggest weaknesses is puzzles. This room is full of puzzles. We can't get distracted by a bunch of other puzzles.
I thought that was one of your greatest strengths.
It's also can also be a
It's
weakness.
both.
Oh. Okay.
I'm good at them, but I have a sneaking suspicion this room could continue to generate puzzles until the day we die.
Oh.
And that's not good.
Puzzle generators sound terrible. Okay, well, how do we find the numbers for the tumblers then?
Maybe they're on like items and objects that are around.
I look around the room for numbers.
Okay. Go ahead and make another perception check.
15.
Okay. Look around. There are numbers everywhere. Each one of the paper has, most of them have some sort of numbers on them. The one that you just looked at had a 7 and a 0 on it, and then 2 other 7s.
I see a lot of numbers, but this paper here that we're looking at has 4 numbers on it, which is 3 7s and a 0. So maybe it's those 4 numbers, but I don't know the order. Wait, hang on. What if the order is 7707? Because that's the order they're on the paper.
Did you try that?
I think Kes
Sure.
should try it.
Why not?
Okay. So as you sit there and you put the numbers in there, you try the door, you hear this crunching sound. The door doesn't open, but as you look around, the room looks even messier than it was before.
Oh, this is mean.
I think I was wrong.
You think?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
why I said
that's
that.
Are there any other like random like trinkets around that might give us an idea?
There's little pieces of scrap and half finished projects and things like that all over the room.
Hmm.
Hang on.
I'm not good with the puzzles. So it's 2 cubes.
Like I said, if you don't like this one, there are many other puzzles around you can pick up.
Can I look for a piece of paper that has a fully visible puzzle on it without touching the piece of paper?
Yeah. You find another one.
So, just to clarify,
Mm-hmm.
do you always have to use both cubes?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant.
I posted the puzzle you found, Aruna, in Roll20 chat.
Of course, it had to be one having to do with math. Logic puzzles, fine. Math, fuck you. Do, 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 do.
Technically,
Can I have 0 ever?
yes, you would have to, see as any single digit day has to have a 0 in it.
But 7 is the only one that can't have 7.
No, that's just an example. It was saying like if you wanted to represent the day 7, it can't just be a single 7. It has to be 0-7. That was just an example.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, hang on.
Did you just blow this wide open?
I found
Maybe.
another
Make sure
puzzle
I
that I
understood.
figured out too.
Hang on.
I think I figured out the first part of the second one.
What? Oh, the
Okay,
one I
okay,
found? Oh, I'll
okay.
tell you the answer if
Yeah.
you want to know it.
I think I got this.
Okay. To go to my
Wait.
solution. Okay. Oh, and if you
Does it matter what position?
no, you can mix the cubes up.
Okay. First cube, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty simple. Second cube is 0, 1, 2, 6, 8. Yes, there is not a 9, but you can turn 6 on its head.
The cube that this second cube you described to me had only 5 numbers on it. Use it 0, 1, 2, 6, 8.
7, 8.
There we go. As you do that, the text starts to smear and jumble, and you suddenly see a 0 on the piece of paper.
Is that my first number? All right, I'm going to move over to the tumbler and just make the first number 0.
Okay, clicks into paste and doesn't move.
Oh,
Brilliant.
well,
All right.
great.
Someone give me another puzzle.
Well,
Okay.
I found
Marina,
one.
what was the puzzle you had?
Well, the puzzle I said says you are mixing cement, and the recipe calls for 5 gallons of water. I'll ask you guys what cement is later. But you have a garden
you're not gonna
hose.
like it.
I also don't know what a garden is, and it gives you all the water you need. But the problem is you have a 4-gallon bucket and a 7-gallon bucket. Neither has graduation marks. Don't know what those are. Find a method to measure 5 gallons. And so the way I thought about solving it was to fill up the 7-gallon bucket so that you have 7 gallons, and then pour enough into the 4-gallon bucket so that that's 4, and then you have 3 gallons in the 7-gallon bucket. But then with the 4-gallon bucket, you pour half of that back into the 7-gallon bucket, and that's 2 gallons, and that'll make it 5 gallons in the 7-gallon bucket. Well, what do you guys think?
I think you're onto something, but I think there's actually a way to do this. So we pour it into the 7. Okay.
That was much smarter than my idea. I was just gonna do fill 4, put it in the 7-gallon one, just do like a small part of it, but no.
Okay. I believe you fill the 7, you pour it into. No, wait, hang on. Yes, you fill the 7, you pour it into the 4. The 7 will still have 3 gallons. Okay. Pour 4 out. You've got 3.
And then go for the half. That would be 2. No, that would make sense. No, that works.
Unfortunately, the buckets are not perfect cylinders, so figuring out exactly what half is not something you can do.
I can eyeball it.
You've got 3. So if you
Omniscient
pour that
voice.
out,
If you put the wrong amount, even off by 1/10 of an ounce, the cement won't work.
Oh,
So
The logic problem won't.
I forgot.
what you want to do is then pour out that 4-gallon bucket.
yeah, pour out the
3
4,
into the 4.
3 into the 4.
Fill
so you
up the
only
7
have-
again.
Yes.
Pour out the 1 gallon to fill up the 4-gallon bucket. So now you have 6 in the 7. Pour out the full 4-gallon bucket. Pour 4 into it. So now you have 2 in the 7. Pour out the 4-gallon bucket. Pour 2 into the 4. Then you'll get 7 gallons in the 7-gallon bucket again. Pour 2 to fill the 4. Now you have 5 gallons in the 7-gallon bucket.
That.
That's not the solution they have, but it does work.
I want
I
to
think
point out,
I
you
think
were
there
just
was
like,
a
are we in a
reason
escape
for
room?
it, but it still works.
There's a couple different ways to solve it. Yours was slightly longer, but still accurate. So
I was given all the water I need. There's no drought in this land.
I was like, oh, wait a minute. This reminds me of a puzzle I did in like Knights of the Old Republic.
so
I've never done an escape
What if
room.
all of these puzzles are from Knights of the Old Republic?
I don't think the month one is.
not quite that clever. So
Are
as you
we
do
sure?
that, the text changes and everything. You see a 9.
All right. I'm going to put a 9 in.
I should have
Okay.
known that Zolta would know about water.
Okay, let's find another puzzle.
We need to find 2 more puzzles.
Yes, Aruna. Yes.
I pick up a piece of paper.
I look at another piece of paper because I don't want to touch anything yet.
Zulta, when you pick up a piece of paper, you see the following puzzle. It's in Roll 20 chat.
3 men in a cafe order a meal. Do I have to continue reading this because I know where it's going?
If you can solve it without reading it, go ahead.
That's not fair to people watching.
The audience might like to know.
3 men in a cafe order a meal, the total cost of which is $15. They each contribute $5. The waiter takes the money to the chef, who recognizes the 3 as friends and asks the waiter to return $5 to the men. The waiter is not only poor at mathematics, but dishonest, and instead of going to the trouble of splitting the $5 between the 3, he simply gives them $1 each and pockets the remaining 2 for himself. Now, each of the men effectively paid $4. The total paid is therefore 12. Add the 2 in the waiter's pocket, and this comes to 14. Where has the other $1 gone from the original 15?
Okay.
I need paper.
I'm just going to also say that you have given us story problems, which was my least favorite part of math.
Sorry.
I'm just.
I have a dance
honest-
degree. I can't do
Solve
I'm
math.
your
just waiting
own
for the train
problems,
problem.
Math. I'm not a
I'm
therapist.
just waiting for the train problem.
To be honest, the first one actually wasn't a math problem. They
It
were just
wasn't.
symbols.
Now we're going into math, and I'm not okay with it.
I mean, on a little level, it kind of was.
Well, if you'd like, you can try to roll a logic check to get a hint.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I can.
You can aggressive logic this, right?
29 without any advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're sitting here looking at this, something about this seems off, other than the fact that obviously 14 doesn't equal 15.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting there trying to figure this out, and you remember an interaction you saw back in Kakariko Village. This man who you guys hadn't seen before. It was very strange for an outsider to be here, but people just kind of accepted him, which seemed weird at the time. But he just kind of had this trusting aura to him. But he talked very, very quickly. And as he was trying to pay for something, he paid with a red rupee. And as he was, they were trying to give him change. He went, "Oh, wait a minute, no, let me take this." And he just did all this strange stuff where he kept taking rupees back and putting different rupees down there. And by the time he left, the store owner realized hours later he was missing money. He couldn't figure out why until you realized that the person that was there had performed a short change. Anyone here familiar with how a short change con works?
No.
I missed that in my
Little-
con class.
Is that the one where they just keep like giving you different change and things to try and confuse
Okay,
it so that you get
All right.
more change
So
back?
clearly in the change back, if the initial was 15, one of those fives, it had to have been changed into ones. Okay, so instead of trying to figure out how to give them back,
So
so they got. Oh, okay. He gave them $1 each. Then essentially, and pocketed 2. Okay, if you work this backwards. They would have paid 12. Right?
So the way quick change works, anyone that works in retail, be aware of this because it's a very common scam. Man will come in, buy something for under $20. Generally, it's a small amount, a couple of bucks. Come in, give you a $20 bill. As you take the $20 bill and start counting his change, say it's for a $7 item. You start counting in change, you get a 10, 11, 12, 13. He goes, "Oh, you know what? I need that 20. Here, let me give you 4 5s for that." And then he does that, and then you'll give him the change. He goes, "Oh, you know what? I actually need more singles. Here, I'll give you this 10, and you give me the 5 5 and 5 singles." And you give him that, and they go, "You know what? This is just too confusing. Let's just go back to the 20. I'll get another." And so he'll give you some of back, give the 20 back. And what eventually happens is, because he keeps changing the exchanges that you're making, you're exchanging $20 for $20, and then it's $10 for $10, and that's what keeps happening. I need a better example because I screwed that up.
That's never actually. I've never seen that happen to me.
It happens all the time. It's really easy to do, to be honest. I just have to explain it correctly.
Iruna
I just tell people too late.
is puzzled by this and says, "The chef has it."
It's somewhere. If you want to choose a different,
Can I look at another puzzle?
yep. You find this one, which has no math.
Good. There are 3 boxes. One is labeled apples. Another is labeled oranges. The last one is labeled apples and
You
oranges.
say there's no math, but
You
there
know
are definitely
these are
numbers.
labeled incorrectly. You may ask me to pick one fruit from one box, which you choose. How can you label the boxes correctly?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Pick from the last one. If you pick from apples and oranges, if it's labeled incorrectly, it's going to have only one of them, which will tell you. Right?
At least which
This-
one that one is.
Yeah. So if you've got that. Oh shoot.
Yeah, if you get
Yeah,
that one,
Yeah. Get
well,
that.
you're- then everything will line into place. So
I believe. Yeah.
yeah, pick from the last one.
As
What
you
is it?
say that, the letters and numbers fizzle together, and you see 1-9 on the paper.
Like one
Or
and
no, 1-7.
9 or a singular.
Yeah, a 1 and a 7. Sorry.
Put it.
Okay.
All right, I'm putting it in. I'm putting it in the thing.
Okay.
Hey,
The last-
this one
it's
counted
clicking.
as 2.
It's running out of time. They click into place, and the door opens.
Ah, great.
Thank you all for solving the puzzles that I couldn't. Okay,
Fuck this messy room.
I'm gonna walk
I
through
can't
the
do
door
well
now.
in escape rooms.
It's okay. We're escaping.
Good. Moving on.
So as you go forward, Zulta, as you're walking forward, you start to hear familiar sounds.
Lizards.
You hear the clinking of metal on ceramics. As you walk in, you all are in a very large room, and you can see a single table in the middle with a white tablecloth, immaculate place settings, and wandering around are a bunch of different people.
Oh my god!
Yes.
I just understood the waiter one.
Okay.
Can we please have that explained?
Okay,
we
okay.
Just like
So it's
Conclude
I reread the actual problem, like the wording of it. And it's the total paid is
I'm not pushing
12.
off my room.
So like look. So essentially how that works is okay. I'm excited about this. Okay, it was the wording fucks you up. All right. So they take 15 to the guy, says no, give the 5 back. The thing to remember here is essentially what is actually paid is 12. Not 15. Like, because the end receipt will be like 12 essentially. Because the chef gets 10 and then the waiter pockets the 2, and he gave $1 each to the 3 men. So that's 15. Boom. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, technically their bill will say 10, but it's still a total of 12 because the
but they
waiter
paid
got
12.
the $2
They
tip.
lost 12 as essentially
Yes.
fair with that. Okay. Boom. Throw the 14 in there to fuck with you.
Yep. And it's
It's an irrelevant number.
So the thing I got wrong about the quick change is after they do the thing and they get a 10, they go, oh, I need more singles. So what they do is I need a 10 or something. So what they do is they put 9 singles on the table and they take the 10. The person goes, well, wait a minute, there's only 9 here. Oh, you're right. and he tries to correct it by going, let's just go back to the 20. So now, and he'll count the change back to you. But because he put bad math in there and things, he's able to walk away. In that example, I think you walk away with an extra $5 because you're constantly changing what you're comparing. The 14 never existed. It was a number that was just thrown in there.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work for $5.
Well, you generally do it on a much larger scale.
I had to.
Jody,
I was like, wait.
I'm very curious to know what's in Zolta's room.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So
Let's get out of this room.
see a table, immaculate place settings, 4 chairs, and there are 24 men and women dressed in very elegant attire, just kind of wandering around.
Zolta's posture gets straighter.
Okay.
Tess looks over at Zolta and goes, hey, you want to talk about this?
Nope. Let's find a door.
Did we just come out of a wall?
Yep.
Okay.
Aruna, find a door now.
I look for a door.
Can't see any doors.
I don't
There's
see a door.
so many people kind of wandering around this. It's kind of hard to be able to see anything through the crowd.
I don't see a door, Zolta.
I agree with Imp. Aruna, make a door.
Okay. Where should there be a door?
Probably across the room.
I go across the room and put a bomb there.
As you reach for your bomb bag, it's empty.
I can't make a door,
Never-
Zolta.
Been empty before.
This is really bad.
This is a weird room.
This is why we
I don't
should
like
never
it.
go in water.
I start to walk forward.
Okay. Still there. There's all these people wandering around. All of them dressed very nicely.
Hey, people, do you know where a door is?
They all kind of look at you strangely.
Are they Zora people?
Some of them.
Okay.
Some of them are highly end. There's no Gorons you can see.
I don't think they know where the door is either, Zolta. Zolta.
Yep. Yeah. This is my nightmare.
Is there a trap door or a sun door
Or a moon door.
or a moon door? It could be nighttime. You're right.
Is there an end door?
I don't see an end door.
But
anywhere.
There's so many people around that it's actually very difficult for you to even see the walls. And they're all kind of moving, and some are mingling, and you can't really tell if, some are staff or they're all just party guests or whatever.
I officially now assume they are all staff. They are the waiters, and they
God
will
damn
show
it.
me the door. So I
Okay.
approach one, and in a very haughty tone, I ask / demand the nearest exit.
So the gentleman you come up to looks at you with this look of disgust on his face. He goes, "I am not a waiter," and he trips and actually falls into you. And
And it was first love.
does a 24 hit your guard?
No, not at all. Yes. Okay.
Okay, so as he trips and falls, he knocks into you. You get knocked to the ground. And I'd
The
like
very
everyone
violent meat cute.
to
I-
roll for initiative.
Oh,
I would
course.
like to
God
just
damn it.
point out that this clumsy mistake attack is called not a waiter, which means that Jody was prepared for this.
It's so weird. It's like I know you.
What?
Oh my god.
The clumsy mistake is the attack. The name of the character is not, a
a waiter.
Let's be clear. That is the thing.
God damn it. Salsa!
As an
Uh,
aside, my food delivery did not give me a straw.
That
Aruna,
is unfortunate.
what you got?
14.
Weirdly appropriate.
Okay, Zulta.
I got a 19.
Okay, Kess.
27.
Damn, you're fast. Pierre.
17.
You should probably roll initiative for not a waiter.
Not a waiter.
Oh, he went very well with it. 10.
Hey.
All right. So
He is clumsy.
first up is Kess. You can see him there, and he looks very angry and fell into Kess and has the look of
No, Salta.
yeah. You're my brain doesn't work anymore, folks. So what would you like to do?
I would like to use my logic to cast some massive shade to shame him out of this battle. And point out that a gentleman such as himself should watch where he's going, or someone will mistake him for the help again.
Okay, go ahead and make a logic check. That'll go against his resolve.
I'm gonna, just because I can, add an advantage to this.
Okay.
So you're basically doing the shame bell. Just ding, ding, ding. Shame.
18.
Hey.
All right, so you sit there and he looks kind of put off, but not.
By my gaze, shade.
He looks a little insulted, a little upset by it, but not by a lot. Anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna hold my action until this bitch attacks us.
Technically, that was your action.
All right, well then, no, I'm good.
Do that one. That'll work. All right. So next up is going to be Zulta.
Zolta is extremely ticked for him falling into her. And she is going to return his haughty look of disgust with one that's even better and maybe use some presents to make him like cower and realize his place in the social order.
Okay.
I-
Go ahead and roll your presence.
oh,
Okay.
I'm just gonna do this straight and see what. Nope, that did not
As you
work.
sit there,
Nailed it.
I
just
got a
try
5.
and put him
I have a
in.
reroll.
Okay.
Reroll it will.
You better.
I don't even care if it passes. I just want it to be better than 5. Honestly.
it's gonna be
Please.
I
6.
rolled a 1 on the D20 is what happened there.
I want this to be worse.
Yeah, wait for it to be worse. 21.
Okay.
So as you look at him incredulously, he tries to speak back to you, and you invoke your family name, and as you say, I'm Sulta from the House of Kalio. How dare you speak to me that way? He first looks like he's going to retort back, and then kind of realizes who you are and just kind of stands there fuming that he can't say anything. And I have to do math.
15
All
points
right.
of humiliation damage.
Yeah, we took 4 points of humiliation damage. We're up to Pierre.
How many points of
Hey!
shape damage?
Let's
did
let's
you
just
take?
try to diffuse the mood. I want to try to play the accordion.
Okay.
They'd be like, "Hey, we're having a good time. We don't need to fight. I don't
As
want to fight."
tensions mount, you just see Pierre as like a chibi cartoon in the background, going side to side with the accordion.
I don't want to fight anything in this cave. I don't trust it.
Okay. Make your presence roll.
I got a 5 in this. I should be good. That was a 14.
So as you
have
sit
a-
there. Okay.
I'm gonna use it.
Yeah, you got a 6 on the D20, dude.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna. Considering that I have a 5 in presence, that should not have been a thing. Let's try this again. 28! I like that better.
Okay, you actually get 10 over, 11
Ah!
over.
So I want to dance around and do the thing. Go and like dance around and be like, hey, you don't need to be angry. You don't need to be a douche. Please don't hurt us, or we don't want to deal with whatever the hell's in this cave. I'm just like, no, 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 no.
So as you say that, he holds his ears for the out of tune singing.
What? I have a 28. What do you mean?
Well, it affected him really well. He kind of looks at you and just kind of incredulously, what are you? Why? What? I'm not a waiter.
It's
then-
don't worry about it. It's fine.
He attempts to as he's sitting there and he just has like a plate of food in his hand that he was eating off of and a drink, and he suddenly kind of slips a little bit and spills everything on Zulta. And it's a 14 beat your toughness.
No.
So he tries to spills in your direction. You just step out of the way and give him this side eye.
There's definitely a sneer on my face right now.
All right, we're back to Cass.
This is boring. Can I
Does-
just walk away and look at other things?
Does Iruna get to go?
Oh, Runa, forgot you. Yeah, you can go.
Rude.
Womp womp.
So Iruna instinctually went for his bombs again on his initiative turn, but wasn't there, and then the waiter went before him. So now he's just upset because he doesn't have his bombs, and he really wants to get through this cave of rooms of all of our rooms. And so he's just gonna jump up and down, like go pseudo Hulk, throw some tables to the ground, and do a show of Goron might against pretty much everyone that's not us in the room, and just say,
Okay.
"Just let us leave."
Okay. Roll a might check.
26.
Okay. You guys watch as Aruna, in a rare showing of anger, flips the table over. The place settings go flying. The entire room kind of looks at him as he's slamming the table, going full on Hulk. And you watch as the entire crowd of people just kind of runs away, except for a single man in a tuxedo with a towel on his arm, who walks up and goes, "May I help you, sir?"
Show us the door.
"Certainly," and runs to the opposite wall where a door appears.
Have you always been able to do that? What the hell?
Zolta, I found the door.
Good. As I walk to go through it, I look at who I assume is the actual waiter and says, "There's quite a bit of a mess here. Guess someone should clean that up." And then I walk through the door.
I look at Aruna and I'm just like, where has that been all this time?
Where? What?
The thing that the aggressive Aruna.
Be
Well,
aggressive.
Iruna has always been right here in front of you. Maybe you just haven't seen me until right now.
I ship it.
I'm not gonna comment. I'm just gonna walk through.
As you go through, and time seems to be running out for all of you in this cave.
Goddamn puzzle.
Pierre, you
Yes.
suddenly hear the sound of rustling heavy fabric, of people whispering, of large amounts of movement. And as you step out, you are on a stage.
Oh, good.
You can see the curtains have opened. There is a single person in the audience. He looks annoyed. There's a sneer on his face. He's got a notebook in his hand and seems to be jotting down notes.
Oh God, it's opening night reviewers. Why'd you put Ben Brantley in this game, Jody? God damn
I
it.
don't know who that is.
Oh, what? No, New York Times? Okay.
Imp, that was brilliant.
Jody got that joke. Well, do what
You
I always
discover
do.
in your hands, your accordion is there, completely drained of all the gunk in it, looking to be in pristine condition.
Excellent. Can I sort of scan the exits to see what's going on, to see if I find anything weird? Or does it all seem mostly legit to me?
It looks like kind of a standard stage. It's pretty big. There's 4 stools with strange amplification devices in front of them that for some odd reason you get this word mic in your head. And it looks like they're waiting for a performance.
So we do literally need to find our harmonies in order to.
Yep. I'll find the key. Someone, I guess, if this is gonna get through it, we got to get past this part. So, I'm just gonna try to just find some notes and just go, and then just be like, join when you can.
What?
Aruna,
No.
you're a rock monster. I assume that means that you can do percussion.
Excuse me, sir, in the audience. Are you expecting me to sing, or are you just looking at Pierre?
Shut up, Aruna. Just do the drums.
What drums?
You're now the drums.
As you look at the critic, he looks at you and says, "Yeah,
Jesus. This one has the flavor text tough critic.
Do as I say. Dominate.
So he looks at you and rolls at 34 as he says, "This is a pathetic excuse for a performance. Drag him back off stage the way he came."
Is that towards me?
He says it to Aruna, but he gestures towards you.
Oh, okay.
So
And I
Aruna, he
go
wants
over.
you to drag.
I'm assuming I can't resist this yet, so I'm
All right.
going up to Pierre and dragging him off.
I'm going to.
Nope.
Oh, dang it.
How do you deal with critics, Kiri?
I mean, usually I play a tabletop game where I kill things.
Shall we murder death?
I'm going to lean over to Zoltan and go, all right, do you want the critic or do you want Aruna?
What does the critic look like?
Elderly,
Oh boy.
elderly, Highlayan, graying temples, black hair. He has this like permanent scowl on his face. Like his neutral expression is just.
Okay, I glance between the two of them
Slightly
and go to
overweight.
cast to kill.
No! Stop
For
him
what?
from dominating other people.
Oh, so you want me to dominate the critic?
You know what? Fine.
Where is the stream going?
Off the air.
I'm going to quickly.
I'm sorry, bye.
I'm going to take off
Take your
my.
legend point, Alea.
Oh god.
And let's all celebrate the gigantic marker I just made with my legend points. Huzzah!
It's okay, Kiri. I'm listening.
All right. Where is the
Ignored.
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
question? Are the mics corded?
If you'd like them to be.
Nope,
Oh,
I don't. All right. So I'm going to literally like scoop up as much as I can
Mhm.
Pierre and go grab a fucking mic, and I'm going to attach to the lighting rig above us so no one can get dragged off and be like, fucking play.
Got it.
Okay. Roll a performance check. Not you, Kess. You just succeed because that was a
Presence
good
check?
idea.
Yay!
Presence check. There we go.
Wrong system, Jody. I'm gonna use a legend point for this because I want this to work.
4. So do I. Was 7 minutes.
Fuck, it's a 13.
And you want to?
I'm gonna give you my reroll.
I would love
Okay.
to assist.
I would
Oh,
like to try
same.
and grab Pierre and
I
take
would-
him off stage.
I would like to give Pierre my reroll,
Okay.
and I would also like to
I think that Kess and Zolta are now like the
Backup
backup
singers?
singers.
the backup singers.
Yeah.
But I would also like to, since I've got this new technology here, maybe like use my logic brain to go, where is the best place to put this so that it sounds all cool and like rock and roll.
Gotcha. So, Pierre, you can
Yeah.
add 2 more advantage to your roll.
Sweet. So I'm going with this with an advantage 3 then.
Yep.
Come on. Come on.
And there's Lykios has given the floundering chicken a legend point, and Christian has given Kess a legend point.
Why, thank you. There is no business like Kess business.
As you-
27.
As you sit there and just rock out, the longer you play, the more audience members start to appear in the audience, and their applause drowns out the critic.
I'm trying
you-
to ruin the performance by trying to take him off stage.
Yeah.
But you can't really reach us.
Not really.
Yeah, you
And
can.
it ends up looking like this like avant-garde dance to the music.
It's like Wicked combined with Cirque du Soleil.
I'm here for it.
And as you do that, you see this stage manager on the other side of the stage. It was kind of blocking that side of the stage completely. Kind of steps out of the way and kind of beckons you over to come off stage.
I would like to try and push Aruna towards that direction.
At this point, the critic has kind of disappeared, so there's no one to dominate him anymore.
I'm
Ooh.
still pushing Aruna in that direction.
Okay. Thank you, Zolta. Thank you. And
And as you guys go off, you suddenly are falling, and you see the a tear appear before you. And as you tumble out, you are again in Eldon, looking at this very large
oh god,
thing that I can't remember what it's called anymore.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, Linnell.
definitely.
Oh, god damn it.
Staring at you. However, all of you feel somewhat different, somewhat stronger, more capable of using your talents. You all gain a level
Woo!
Oh,
in
hell.
preparation for the upcoming fight.
Just in time to die.
Does that level remove all our lethal damage?
Sure. I don't think you guys had that much, right? Technically,
I
your
had 4.
I had 3.
long
I
rest,
have one.
your long rest would have cured lethal damage equal to your fortitude.
Yeah, the 3 was after the long rest.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. So,
I'm actually fine with the level getting rid of the lethal
Fantastic.
damage.
Thank you,
Sweet.
not Yoda.
Thanks, Larry.
And that is where we're going to end for this section. So I hope you guys liked my really poor excuse of a Star Wars story. And I hope the players enjoyed getting to know a little more about their characters.
Yes,
So if
In
rolls
more
hadn't-
ways than one.
I learned a
well,
lot
if
more
rolls
about
hadn't
Iruna's
been
appetite.
quite as well, you guys might have discovered a few things about Zulta. Because there were insults meant to give some insight into your story I never got to use.
Almost like you
I'm
make
just
plans,
very
you
good
make
at-
plans, and then players
I just
fuck
keep
it up.
everything in. Yeah.
Don't you worry, Zolta. Eventually, we'll go to your home, and it will not be pleasant for you.
Um,
You'll
One of
have
these
a lot
days.
of unhappy.
oh no! My home is now a barren wasteland, and all of the Zora have fled.
Oh heck.
So anyway, real quick, because I know we have a couple people that got to get out of here pretty quickly. Kiri, if people want to find you on the interwebs.
If you want to find me on the interweb, just Google Kiri Callaghan. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. I do videos, and I have actually been doing more streams on Twitch under the name Curiosity. I'm also on Instagram. Whoa, come find me, come hang out. Also, I have a book, and also I've got a play, if you're in the LA area, that's going to the Fringe Festival in June.
Super cool. Elias.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember what all I'm doing in June. I'm at Elias Thompson everywhere on the internet.
Cool. Leah.
Green Eye Trombonist everywhere, but Twitter where it's Green Eye T-Bone. This week I'm not doing anything on the internet because I have papers to write and grade, but I'll probably be experimenting with Twitch Sings soon.
Same.
Alex.
Luca_Starks everywhere except YouTube, where it's Luca Stark without the underscore. AlexRosenberg.net, other places. If you're in New Jersey, Central Jersey in July, I'm doing Newsies, and you can find that on my website.
Greatest show ever.
Yeah, come watch me dance or something. I don't know. And then May 17th, I am running a dance fundraiser thing over at Twitch TV / 10 Hairy Legs.
That's cool.
So more
And,
info later.
As always, I'm Trainer Jody. Started a new thing last week. I'm going to try and do it every week. Sundays singing with TJ. On my Twitch channel, I play Twitch Sings for an hour or two. You get to hear me sing without a stutter, because I don't stutter when I'm singing, so that's fun. Otherwise, I'm Trainer Jody everywhere. And yeah, that's all for us today. We will be going back to our every other week's schedule. So our next game will be on the 18th. But again, because this time of year is a little weird, the schedule may fluctuate as far as the weeks that we're on or off. So just tune in and you'll know when we're on. Otherwise, that's all for me, and I'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.